2, 1, action.
I got it. A sci-fi.
Sci-fi. I like it.
Yeah? Okay.
Cut.
Good.
Hello and welcome to the behind the scenes for the My Road Reel short film, No Budget. My name is Jonathan and I'm the director, writer, and editor of this film. So I'm just going to take you really briefly through the process of making this film. The first thing, of course, was the writing. I knew I wanted to do a comedy, so I came up with a lot of jokes that I thought would work really well for the kind of mockumentary style of The Office, which is actually funny because I don't really like The Office, but that was the style that I chose to go with for this. One of the things that was important while writing the screenplay was to make sure that by the end of the 3-minute short, you should know what each of the 4 characters is thinking. And I believe that in the final product we accomplished this, but I really wanted to make sure that you could take a look at the end of the short film and say, I know what that person was thinking on set. Because if the characters aren't good, the plot can only take you so far in 3 minutes. When I was picking actors for the short film, I picked people who I knew would be able to work with each other and be able to improv quite a bit. So that made it really interesting on set to capture a bunch of different takes, a bunch of different jokes. There were jokes that we just came up with on set and then they never made it into the final cut. But we thought we need to shoot as many different things as possible to see what works. Because when you're putting together a short film like this, where it really is comedy, so much of it is in the timing and how the lines are delivered. And sometimes even the flow of the jokes can change whether one joke is funny or not. Then we get to the editing process. Here's where I took the footage, synced up the audio, and then cut. I made quite a few different drafts. I sent out rough copies to friends to see what jokes worked, what jokes didn't, how the pacing should flow, because by the time I'm editing this, I've heard the jokes so many times that they're no longer funny. So once I did that, I trimmed it down to 3 minutes, and then once I had it down to 3 minutes, I went through and I did things like keying, as well as color grading, and everything else that you need to do, blurring out certain parts that weren't intended to be in the film. And then what I think you have is a pretty exciting product. Now before I go, just a few technical things. I did shoot this on a Samsung Galaxy S9, which you can see in this shot here, using my DJI Osmo. A lot of shots I actually chose to do a tripod and then just add fake handheld in post because it was simply easier, including this shot here. And of course I used the classic Rode VideoMic Pro to record the audio, attached to a Zoom H1. Thank you so much for watching the film and the behind the scenes, and I hope to see you next year from My Road Reel 2020.